He would have lost without his ultimate move, and Zazan was the only one on his squadron leader level. True. Feitan did eventually beat her, but like they were all lining up to then have their turn. And I don't like. Let's get into this fucking tier list. If you guys want to keep having this back and forth, let's get into this tier list, and we could argue about them one by one. All right, third tier. So let's do really strong. Now I want to change God to OP. Pretty strong characters and tough. Really strong just means they're really strong. Demigod means like, come on. And then OP is literally like the most back crazy guys in the entire series. Will you do a Bleach tier list? Yes, I will. As soon as I'm done with the manga. I just started the last arc yesterday. It's been great so far. I'm about 8 chapters in. Already love it way more than Fullbringer. Hated Fullbringer. That's gonna be part of my video when I eventually like release my like review of it. The basic format of this channel is basically 3 videos on like a certain anime, and then I end it with like a tier list. It's kind of like my season finale. Leoria, time for you to go now. Okay, I think this is a pretty good category. Now let's start these rankings. So first off, you have, I think, a foot soldier, but like I want to say foot soldier or like squad member. I don't remember his name. I'm gonna say useless. Actually, no, let me make who a separate category. I don't need to like focus too hard on them, man. Okay, next we have one of Killua's new bodyguard people. I'm gonna put her in weak for now. I haven't really seen her use the depth of Nen or anything along those lines. I just know she's like a Zoldyck bodyguard, so she's at least like able to handle herself at a bare minimum. So Genthru's left-hand guy, I'm gonna put in weak-ish. So next up we have, I can't even tell who that is. I'm just gonna put them in who. Meant to change that. Come on, Croc is stronger. Oh, then who? Who? If I was being super duper generous, like I mean insanely generous, I'd put the Crocodile Guy at the same level as what's his fucking name? He had 2 names. Leol? Yeah, as Leol. Next up we have, I think, one of the security guards from the manga. Gonna put him in who? Next we have Beyond Netero. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna put him in tough purely because of how powerful his dad was, and I want to see more of him. Next up we have the Rhino Guy. Rhino Guy, what the hell? I'm gonna put him in useless too. Most of these guys are pretty much duds, man. Next we have Beanolt. I'm gonna put him in average. Actually, he was fun. Like, okay, he's definitely weaker than Bisky, right? 100% weaker than Bisky, but he's not necessarily like as weak as these two. Like, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put him in weak. Next, you have Bisky. Come on, let's be like, I don't even know. I'm gonna put her in really strong because like, I haven't really seen Bisky like pop off against like a really strong enemy yet, but at the same time, I haven't seen her like struggle either. So I don't know what Bisky's like full power is. I would have loved to see her fight a Chimera Ant. I think if I was just guessing, purely speculation on my end, she'd probably be at around the level of a squad captain. But yeah, so next we have the Lobster Guy. I'm gonna put him in average. His like fight with Icalgo was so thrilling, dude. It was so much fun to watch. Like the chess match between him and Icalgo, that it was amazing. And his like gun ability is pretty brutal. I actually enjoyed this guy. He was like threatening enough to make me take him seriously, but he was unthreatening enough for like Icalgo to be able to like take the W despite not possessing anybody's body at the time. All right, next we have Mummy Guy. Guys, I do not remember like some of these like side characters' names. Okay, you guys could give me a break here. Leol is the same level as Zazan. Get the fuck out. No, he's not. No, he can't be. No. I'm being tortured by power scaling. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of that in this video. Oh yes, Bonalana, thank you. Zenny Dragon, you're amazing. Proof that Leol is weaker than Zazan, give me proof. Okay, we said the power scaling is annoying. So Toby, listen, prepare to be even more annoyed because I'm gonna drop some knowledge on you, okay? So Zazan and Leol were probably at the same level, but it's hard to tell because they were fighting different opponents. So Leol fought and died because of Moral in a really interesting way, by the way. I loved their fight. And then Zazan just, like, she got overpowered, straight up. Feitan did not take any prisoners, and it was fucking great. But I do think that Moral could have beaten Leol without necessarily as much strategy. It's just that Leol has like a weirdly OP Nen ability, but somehow because he's the one using it, it makes it so much weaker. If his Nen ability was in the hands of somebody who could use it better, it would be like a more interesting application of such a really OP ability. Like giving out abilities and taking them away is like, mwah, yeah. But Lenov, I'm gonna put him in tough. Yeah, he can definitely fold you like a pair of laundry. He looks so familiar, but I cannot place him. Do you guys know who this is, chat? I'm gonna put him in who right now. Manga person, don't know who. Canary, I'm gonna put her in weak. I don't think she has a Nen ability, but physically she's like insane. Like she fucked up going shit. But that was like pre-Nen, and he wasn't fighting back. So I want to put them both here. Like I want to see more from them. Like I want to see if like they can use Nen, what their Nen abilities are. And by the way, guys, I do have a whole video planned about why Nen is like the best power system in all of anime, and you can see that video if you like, comment, and subscribe, notifications on. Cheetu, I'm gonna put him in average. Here is why. I know this is a bit of a hot take, but hear me out. He's actually like the epitome of wasted potential in this series. He had the potential to be like insanely strong, but his entire like mental game was just weak, dude. He was so lazy, and I honestly think he could have been in really strong if he applied himself. My throat is killing me right now. I believe in chakra supremacy. Man, you're gonna hate my Naruto video when it comes out in a couple months. Isn't Cheetu a conjurer? I believe so, but his like really OP ability that he used with Moral was like not a conjuring ability, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was a yeah, it's a conjurer. So yeah, he was a conjurer, but I don't know if that was like his natural power or if it was one he got from Leol. Okay, guys, here we get into the fun characters. I'm gonna put Chrollo right there in Demigod, and I will not hear anything to the contrary. Okay, he's in Demigod. This is not a disputable fact. I refuse to hear any contradiction to this placement. Listen to me. Anybody in OP can one-shot him. Like it's not even funny. But that's the same for like anybody on this list, with maybe the exception of like Adult Gun, but we'll cross that bridge later. But listen, Chrollo is like the 5th or 6th strongest person like the entire series after the King, Netero, and the Royal Guards. I think Chrollo's like got it. You know what I'm saying? Forgot his name. Bro, I gotta like brush up on Hunter x Hunter because like there are just so many names. COLT. His name's COLT. Thanks for letting me talk that out, chat. So COLT, I'm gonna put him in like weak. Come on, let's be real here, guys. COLT's not soloing anybody. Adult Gon, come on, we all knew this was coming. He's an OP, obviously. Even Pitou was like, yeah, he can fuck up the king. You know Adult Gon was something not to be messed with, and I will not hear anything to the contrary about Gon being the literal, like, 2nd strongest or 1st strongest being we've seen in the entire series. Adult Gon is like a whole other breed of monster. Heh. I accidentally did a callback to my own video, bro. Next is Feitan. I'm gonna put him in... Yeah, so Feitan's gonna be really strong because there's no way he's able to take on Chrollo. Like, he can put up a decent fight, and there is a car passing by. Thank you so much. So he can put up a decent fight, at least I think so, but there's no way he can, like, fully beat Chrollo. Like, I'd say 9 times out of 10, Chrollo wins. Next we have... Dude, that looks like Envy from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Who the fuck is this? Okay, next up we have Franklin, I think is his name. Probably average. He doesn't seem to have, like, a really strong Nen ability. Funny enough, him and the Lobster Guy have, like, the same Nen ability, if you think about it. Chrollo loses to the Royals. He doesn't have good enough feats to beat them. No Adult Gon would one-shot Chrollo. Exactly, government. Thank you, thank you. COLT is pretty strong. I agree with Chrollo. At Demigod, compared to the Royal Guards, not even going to compare to Meruem. Exactly. The only one stronger than Gon is Meruem. I think it's a toss-up, because if Pitou was like, yeah, he can, like, do it, I think so, but it depends on how far along in Meruem's development he's in. Because let's say Meruem is, like, I don't know, 3-4 years older minimum, right? He's absorbed a couple more Nen abilities. I'm sorry, but there's no other creature that rivals Meruem with time. The only reason they managed to kill him was because of A, plot a little bit, and B, the 2nd strongest guy had to, like, give him everything, and then sacrifice his own life with, like, a poison nuke. Let's not disparage Meruem here, but I think at that point in time, Adult Gon could have done it. COLT is pretty strong. How is he strong? Give me one feat that COLT ever did. Feitan at really strong. Feitan is stronger than Chrollo. Get the fuck out, Toby. No, he's not. Come on. COLT is a squadron leader, LMAO. Give me a feat, and I will bump him up, please. I want to bump him up, but I just don't see it. Do you honestly think, I'll put it to you this way, do you think if I put COLT against anybody above him that he would win, with maybe the exception of Lobster Guy? Who is this? Dog, if they're adding people from the movies, I'm just gonna put them in who, because, like, fuck them. Yeah, I think this guy's from the movie, right? Don't know who she is. I think she's the one that taught like the guy in the manga. I'm not even gonna get into it. Genthru. Okay, here's the thing. I think Genthru is average. I think he's about as strong as like a mid-member of the Phantom Troop, because despite Gon having trained in Nen, it was only for a few months, and yes, it was like under a very, very specific way, but I don't know. I like Genthru got beaten up by a 12-year-old after learning Nen for like 3 months. I think average is more than fair. Next we have the top guy. I like weak. Come on. Come on, guys. Like, I'm not, like, some of these characters, I'm just not even going to bother explaining. Gene. Ooh, finally, we got our first curveball. I got to take some tea for this one. I'm going to put him in Demigod right next to Chrollo. Because he basically has the same ability as Chrollo in just a different way. Gene is genuinely so fucking talented. It's crazy how strong he is. Because he was able to like replicate and guess Leorio's other like Nen techniques. It is beyond crazy that he's just like this strong, and he was stated to be like top 5 in the world as far as humans go. Gene's gotta be up there, man. I believe it. I don't know where him and Beyond would like compare to each other, but I just have this like suspicion that Gene is way more powerful than he lets on. Okay, Kid Gon, a regular Gon. I'm gonna put him in average because he could beat up everybody below him, with maybe the exception of the people in Who. I'm gonna stay him in average, even after Chimera Ant. He did lose his Nen, but I'm not gonna count that towards him. He cannot beat anybody in the Phantom Troop yet. I firmly believe that he's nowhere near that level. I think Gon from Chimera Ant is still marginally, like leagues weaker than like Nobunaga, for example. Come on, Gon Killua gonna 2-tier buff after the month of training. Get the no, they didn't, dude. It just looks like that. We don't know what Gon's affinity or Hatsu yet. Oh, genes. I think he's a specialist or a conjurer. I forget which one, but he was like able to exert energy. Like he was able to shoot beams through like walls and shit. Like he's super talented. Next we have, oh, come on. I love this guy. Why did I forget his name? This is so annoying. Gotoh. Gotoh. Thank you. Thank you, Toby. You're amazing. So Gotoh, I'm going to put him in average. He has a pretty nice Nen ability, but you know what? This is where I sense Togashi is like having a little Mishima moment. He's just plagiarizing himself. Dude, all 3 of these guys have like the same ability. What is going on? This guy shoots bullets, this guy also shoots bullets, and this guy shoots coins as fast as bullets. This is who? Bald guy. He is bald. Very bald. What is bald guy's name? Hanzo! Oh, yes! Fuck yeah, dude. I was close. Hanzo. Thank you, Monkey D. Dragon. You are a literal angel. Krillin. I can't wait to start making Dragon Ball videos down the line. I'm so pumped for that. You know, Dragon Ball was like the first anime that I watched that got me into it. Hanzo is like human strong, but not Nen strong. Like he unlocked Nen and did the rest of that, but like it's all off screen, so we didn't actually get to see him do it. So I'm gonna put him firmly right there. Guy in Mohawk, not canon. Hisoka! Fucking finally. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put him in really strong, and I don't think that there's much dispute about that. In fact, I'd actually put him stronger than Feitan. I know you guys are about to pop off right now, but hear me out. Hisoka is stronger than Feitan. Bunchy Gum, if you didn't know, has the properties of both rubber and gum. Feitan can't compare to that. Okay, but on a serious note, what I really think is the reason is that Hisoka set a record for the most amount of Nen abilities that Chrollo needed to beat someone else. And the crazy thing is, he even used the Phantom Troop members. He even used the audience members as human puppets to distract Hisoka so he could like get a hit in. He threw everything to have a shot at killing Hisoka. Like he needed to be sure that he could do it, and the amount of resources, time, energy, and effort and planning it took, and coordination, mind you, that it took from him and the rest of the Phantom Troop helping him by cheating just to kill Hisoka and fail, mind you, is insane. So yeah, Hisoka definitely belongs in really strong. Chrollo wins 7-10 times for me. I would say 5 out of 10. I'd say it's 50-50. The disrespect to Gon is unbelievable. Welcome to the channel. I wouldn't say that, but I definitely think they are the same tier, especially Hisoka at the same tier as Feitan. Yeah. It feels weird to have Feitan and Bisky there. because Feitan obviously has fought a Chimera Ant, so we're able to sort of semi-scale him to that level of like a squad captain. And Bisky, we're just kind of going by word of mouth. And we'll just leave it at I'm comfortable putting Hisoka there for right now. So that gets into the second part of like my explanation. So here's the thing. The Hisoka that fought Chrollo is not the same Hisoka that resurrected in that room with like the busted up leg, the busted up face, the busted up like heart, and he just bro. You know why Hisoka is my favorite character in Hunter x Hunter? I'll explain it in like one sentence. He killed Shalnark. Fuck Shalnark. If you guys saw my character tier list where like I ranked all the characters in Hunter x Hunter, I think I gave Shalnark and Pokel like their own tier. Fuck both of them. Trash characters. And I was barely able to like keep it in my pants when I saw Hisoka kill him and the one-eyed weirdo, weakest member of the Phantom Troop. But yeah, post like Death Nen Hisoka, I'd put him in Demigod for now because he was able to like body 2 members of the Phantom Troop. Granted, they were lower ranking, but still. Oh, and by the way, he could fold Nobunaga easy. I'm not even gonna have that conversation with you guys. Illumi, I'm gonna put him in really strong too. Honestly, guys, Illumi just belongs in really strong because he's the most basic, really strong character, if you know what I mean. There is no feat of his that's like particularly like shocking, like, whoa, this guy's like it. But the way he's able to just constantly handle himself, his calm and composed, and the abilities he's like shown so far have shown that he's like at least, and I think he eventually joined the Phantom Troop if I'm not mistaken, he is at least as powerful as like a mid-tier Phantom Troop member. He is just a really strong character. Is this like young Netero? I'm not even... Should I even rank him if he's young Netero? Tough, I guess. I'm just gonna put him in who? So... Next up, we have Netero. Guys, like I told you, I'm not even gonna have conversations with some of these, alright? Netero is literally Netero. He is the most OP character in the series besides the literal most OP character in the series. Netero, he's in a league of his own, and then the king is like a league above that. So yeah, like we already knew he was going here. Non-canon, don't care. Non-manga, unfamiliar, don't care. Milluki, I think is his name. So Milluki I would put in average? Like, I don't know. As far as I can see right now, Milluki is definitely sort of the weakest member of the Phantom Troop. Like he's definitely not within like the top 5 or 6 because he was still like shocked by their performance against like the Chimera Ants and like by their strength. So I'm not ready to put him like much higher than this. Whether he would be able to fight Gon is kind of 60-40 Gon's way. I have no interest in trying to remember this guy's name. I'm gonna put him at weak because we have seen how strong characters get in this series, and Hisoka like ripping off his own arms just to prove a point to this guy is next level flexing, and you guys can't tell me otherwise. Killua Zoldyck. I'm gonna put Killua in. God, this one's hard. You know what? I'm gonna put Killua right above Gon and Tough, and here's why. Killua has more control over his Nen. It takes up less time to like accumulate, and it's not really an accumulation type type Nen ability. And it gives him like super speed, it gives him electrokinesis. He's able to like burn actual particles from poof, and he's even able to out like speed Youpi. So I think he performs a little bit better than Gon. Kite, I think Kite was just really strong, if I'm being honest. It was hard to tell because like he did body like an army of like foot soldier ants like single-handedly, but at the same time he's not as strong as like anybody here. So I think putting him in really strong is good for now. Nov is average. He's not really a combat person, and he lost his will to fight kind of suddenly, and it was Oof's Nen, not even Pitou's or Youpi's, which I just think is funny. But I really love his ability, by the way. Like if I had to pick my favorite Nen abilities, which I might do like a tier list for that, let me know in the chat or in the comments, depending on how you watch this, if you'd like to see me do a tier list of the Nen abilities, because that would be a fun thing to do. His would definitely be up there in like S tier. Knuckle. Knuckle is definitely tough. I wouldn't put him in really strong. He has a really cool ability that I also love. I'd also put his S tier, maybe A tier, just because of like how much time it takes depending on the amount of Nen. So here's my hot take. Yeah, I'm just gonna bump beyond Netero because it feels almost embarrassing to like put him in tough when like just look at him. You know this guy uses strength. So I'm gonna say that Knuckle is tough because I don't think he can take anybody here. He definitely can't take anybody here. Let's be real. And he's not surviving anybody here. So Knuckle is like, he's tough, but he's not insane. Next we have, I forgot this one's name too. Chat, please do throw me a bone here. Kastro, his name was Kastro. This one over here, fuck him. He was just used to bump Hisoka, and I'm not even mad at that. Killua destroys Illumi. No, he doesn't. Killua can't tango with Illumi. Guys, I think you're overinflating how strong Gon and Killua actually are. Kortopi, thank you, Toby. Dude, you know like all their names, man. I used to be just like that. It's been a while since I've done a full like rewatch of Hunter x Hunter. I've been like obsessed with Jujutsu Kaisen, if you couldn't tell by my like most recent videos. So next we have Kortopi. He's just weak. Like, come on, let's all agree on that. He has a very like technical ability. It's not one-shotting anybody anytime soon. Next we have Kurapika. Gotta love Kurapika. You gotta put some respect on Kurapika's name. And here's my thing. I would put Kurapika in tough for one simple reason. If you are not the Phantom Troop, Kurapika is just kind of an annoying guy to fight, but not much else. But if you are part of the Phantom Troop, then he's like obviously really strong to demigod, but his thing is so case specific. He's like the Phantom Troop's natural predator by virtue of all the vows he's like placed upon himself. Kurapika's strength is extremely conditional, but like to average it out, I'd say he's tough. Is this Milluki? Or am I going crazy? So this is Milluki. So that's Kalluto. Oh my god, that was Kalluto, not Milluki. So yeah, this where is he? So this is Kalluto. This is Milluki. That was my bad, guys. So Milluki is pretty weak. He's not useless because he has like a use, but he's not a nen user. He's just like good with computers. All right, next we have Leol. I'm gonna put Leol right there in tough. People in this category can definitely hang with Leol, with maybe the exception of Killua, but that has yet to be seen. He has a really cool nen ability. To be honest with you, it's like I said, it's kind of wasted on him. Manga. God, what is her name? Machi? I'm gonna say Machi. So Machi is I put her in tough by like a hair. Might actually just bump her down. Yeah, she hasn't really impressed me. All her abilities seem to be healing or like puppeteer related. Like it's not. Machi doesn't have a particularly strong nen ability. I think this is Zoldyck. I know who he is. There's just so little information about him that it's impossible to make an honest assessment. Maha, that's Maha, not Zig. Oh, thanks. Yeah, same thing goes. Like, I haven't seen him fight. There's, like, no information about him, so I can't make an honest assessment. Youpi. Guys, come on. Youpi is definitely here. Okay, he was the third strongest, my opinion, the third strongest Royal Guard. And he was the only Chimera Ant, I believe, that was, like, made up of a mythical beast, too, so he had some pretty interesting abilities in physiology. He was nice with it. I liked him. Meruem, strongest character in the series. Oh, gee. Is he an OP? What a shocker. Yes, I am getting really tired. There's still so many characters left. Why the fuck did I pick this list? This is Mike. I remember because the name is just spelled like Mike, but it's Mike. I don't know, man. It's a big-ass people-eating dog. Weak, I guess? Don't know. Moral, one of the best characters. Really strong. The fact that he was able to body Leol and his smoke... Great nen ability. I don't know. I just really like this guy, and he's physically a beast too. Like I think he can definitely hang. He's by far not the strongest person in this tier, but he's definitely no slouch either. Pitou. Fourth strongest character in the series. I would put them in OP, probably demigod. Like, I'll put it to you this way: before the king was born, they were said to be on the level of Netero, and I kind of take that at face value. Because they were able to break off adult Gon's arm, like, sure, after, like, the death nen boost, but, like, I think this would have been a fun fight, like, more even than I think people give it credit for. It just, these two, jeez. Nobunaga. I put him in really strong, if not tough. I haven't really seen him fight. They said he was, like, similar to Hisoka, but he's, like, one of the more outright combat members of the Phantom Troop, and he is physically strong, so I'm gonna put him in really strong. Oh my god, it's that Squid Doctor guy. Useless. Like, come on. Don't know. Pitou is stronger than Netero, who agrees. I honestly think it could go either way. I totally... What the fuck was her name? Pakunoda. Yes, thank you, Zenny. Yes, Pakunoda. She was pretty weak. I think Gon was able to like break her arm after like a month of learning Nen or something. Next we have I think Peggy was his name. Yeah, cute little fuck. Liked his voice in the English dub. He wasn't useless, so I'm gonna put him in weak. I think Sphinx was his name. I'd say he's tough, definitely. He has a really nice ability, and he's an enhancer. Enhancers are usually just fucking strong, man. Pokol. I hate Pokol with every fiber of my being. He is useless, and he is a waste of... Like, calling him trash would be too generous to the rest of the garbage in the world. It would be an insult to landfills out there. Like, fuck this guy. Ponzu. She was just weak. Porcupine guy? Who's the dumbest fucking... at least this guy was, like, able to put some real damage on Uvogin. Yeah. I think he was the only one that could do it. Next is Rabbit Guy. Dude, what a dumb character. He was, like, the first one of them to, like, unlock Nen the hard way. And he got bodied by Killua. And I think Gon could have bodied him, too. He's weak. Not even average. Razor. Dude, I love Razor. I love Razor. Razor is definitely, like, really strong. Guys, before you comment anything to the contrary, I just want to remind you, it was a dodgeball match, okay? It was a fucking dodgeball match, and it took all three of them, Killua, Gon, and Hisoka, to stop and return the ball, okay? Razor's with it, and I think seeing him fight, I'd put him, like, top 3, like, Phantom Troop members at power level minimum. My guy is not very good at remembering names. I know, Zenny. Dude, preach. I'm like, you should have seen me with Bleach. It's a series I'm currently reading, and I don't remember half their names. It was embarrassing. Don't know, don't care. Wheelchair guy. Weak. Don't even... Dude, him... I'll just put all of them at weak. Like, him with Top Guy. Like, these guys are just weak. Okay. So, next we have Poof. I think Poof is... Demigod. Right? No way he was as strong as Pitou. At least in my opinion. He had some nasty Nen, and this guy is like the definition of simp. I also did a Hunter x Hunter simp tier list. I forgot about that one. Wow. That was really funny. Yeah, I think he ranked like the highest out of all of them, because the things this man was willing to do for the king were just unreal. Yikes. This category for Poof is like a hand to a glove, man. If it suits him perfectly. Shalnark, hate his guts, but he has a pretty good ability, so I'll just put him in average. I'll tell you why. The only reason Shalnark is an average in terms of power is just because of like his Super Saiyan form. That's pretty much it. That's like the peak of like his power. It's average. Because like how strong really was that cockroach like manipulator guy? Come on, let's be honest. I'm willing to have this conversation. Do you think that Shalnark would have been able to kill Zazan? Netero said Pitou was stronger than him, whether you think he meant it in base or with the statues, up to interpretation, but they should be in the same tier. They are. Why is Pokol weaker than Ponzu? Fuck, yeah, I forgot that this was a power tier list, not like a character tier list. I got so blinded by my hatred for Pokol that I accidentally placed him in a different, no, he was useless. My bad, thanks for pointing that out. Alright, next we have... Shizuku. She's average. She's pretty physically strong, but then again, like, so are all the other people here. But she has a really nice ability. And the fact... And I liked her fight with this fighter guy because she just sucked out all of his blood. Like, what? You can tell she's, like, the most inexperienced member of the Phantom Troop. So next we have Shoot. I'm putting him in tough with Knuckle. Yeah, I don't think he'd be able to hang with, like, anybody else on this list. He was able to stall Youpi for a while before Youpi had, like, his evolution, but he was so defeated, man. I don't even... Okay, next. Silva Zoldyck, ladies and gentlemen. One of my all-time favorite characters. I'm gonna put him in really strong... I'm putting him in Demigod. He was able to dispatch a Phantom Troop member, and let's just assume it's like a mid-Phantom Troop member. And he was able to like hang with Chrollo, despite neither of them really taking it all that seriously. And he was with his father, but like he did one-shot Cheetu. Where is Cheetu? Right here. So I think Demigod is like a fair place to put him because we haven't really seen him like pop off in any particular way. Like we've seen more of Chrollo popping off than we have of him or Zeno. One of the guys from Kite's crew. I know who he is. I'm just putting him in who. Ah, yes, Genthru's right-hand guy. average, I guess. They all have, like, what, bomb abilities? So this guy is, like, kind of implied to be the next villain, because he's, like, a specialist. He's able to learn Nen really quickly in the manga. He's, like, part of the succession arc that Kurapika's in. Maybe, potentially, as the series goes on, if it ever goes on, please, if it ever goes on, please, God. He might be, like, way higher here, but for now, you know, he hasn't even really learned Nen. Yeah, drawn a blank. The jumping guy. I'm gonna put him in average, man. He could not take a volleyball from Razor, which I don't even blame. Razor's ability is, like, hardcore, but he was able to, like, use his Nen to block it off. Also, the boys, like, bodied his personal record pretty quickly. So, I think weak's okay. Tisgera! Thank you. It's Tisgera. Okay. So next we have Killua's nanny. This one's tough. She's obviously an experienced combatant, and she's really experienced with Nen. She has a pretty interesting ability. It's one of the more fun ones, being able to transform to whatever transportation or whatever. She's presumably stronger than Gotoh, so I'm just gonna put her in tough. Don't remember. One of the useless Chimera ants. I'm just gonna put who I think this was the guy that got decapitated by Meruem like 1 second after he was born. We have Uvogin. Okay, Uvogin. Uvogin is tough. And here is why. He was killed by Kurapika. But like I said before when I ranked Kurapika, he is literally the Phantom Troop's apex predator. There is literally no other creature better suited to killing the members of the Phantom Troop other than Kurapika, with maybe the exception of, like, anybody in Demigod or OP. Oh, wait, no, Alluka? Oh, we'll get to Alluka later. Where is Alluka? Oh my god. I don't think Alluka's on this list. Dude, I'm kind of pissed off. Okay, chat. This is the symbolic Alluka placement. I would put her in OP, like between OP and Demigod. She's just really strong in, like, a very different way. So, like, that's why, like, it's not, like, don't think of it in terms of combat. Think of it in terms of just raw, sheer power. Like, she's OP. Wolfen, love him. He is average. In terms of combat ability, pretty average. Like, Ikaga was able to tango with him. Like, he's not a threat. Come on. He went bald because of the King's aura. I don't blame him, but, like, come on. Is this one of the fucking guys that tried to attack Uvogin? Weak. Ah, yes. This was the guy that, like, went back and tried to take over that drug fortress. Would you even call him a squad captain? He seemed a little weak. I think Kite did body him, so he's definitely... I'm gonna say weak. I don't know. I just don't think he was that strong. Zazan. Okay, here it is. The like, surprisingly, a lot of mention of Zazan in this video and in this tier list. Because a lot of characters are, like, being scaled to, like, Feitan, Phantom Troop, and they all kind of lead back to Zazan as, like, the pinnacle of, like, the strength of a squad captain. So let's say Zazan is at... really strong in her peak, like, ultimate dinosaur form. Because she was still able to hang with Feitan's, like, first 3 or 4 forms before, like, he used, like, his big ability. The security guard for the Zoldicks. Dude, he's a bad security guard. He just let 5 people who he had never met before. They were like, we're Killua friends. He was like, okay, come in. Zeno, okay. I'm putting him in Demigod. Yeah, right next to Silva. Yeah, these guys can hang. I don't know why you guys are, like, disparaging, like, the Zoldicks, man. They can hang. But there is no way they can contend with anybody in OP. I'm sorry. I think this was one of the guys that was, like, running the political opposition in the succession arc. And lastly, we have Zushi. I don't know why Zushi's last, but he is last and he is here. I love that we got all these fucking characters and, like, people from the movies that aren't canon, but, like, I just remembered who this guy is. I think he was the fucking secret Phantom Troop member. Oh my god. But we don't get Alluka? What the fuck is good with this list? Okay. Next we have Zushi. I don't even... weak? I guess? Who's arguing for Zushi being stronger? So we did it, guys. 101 characters in Hunter x Hunter. 102 if you count Alluka, who is missing from this list, unfortunately. 102 characters in Hunter x Hunter ranked by their power. If you guys like this video, please drop a like. We're trying to get 100 likes on this video. Hit that subscribe button. We are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by Halloween. I might extend that deadline. In exchange, you'll do Hunter x Hunter arc reviews. So if you guys want to see that, please subscribe and turn notifications on so you don't miss all my future uploads. Thanks for watching. Bye. And then I'll just, like, cut it off right there.